There's been a lot of sports writers flapping their yaps about us getting soft.
Stepping on your own dick.
Doing the thing here. What? This is where men are men and the boys stay on the side and watch what's going on. What?
In the world of wrestling, the fans can react however they want.
And there is no one that does it better.
Getting color commentary.
The cream of the crop. Nobody does it better.
Let's fucking go.
Greetings and salutations. Peace to the nations of Zulu and Islam. I told you weren't ready. What's up there? And all the rest of the wrestling podcast listening universe. Oh, this is going to go to shit real fucking quick.
It's a narrow sphere that we're marketing to.
It's me and my stupid like 90s hip hop shit. Don't worry about it.
That's cool.
Fair.
Cool. Ain't nothing to fuck with.
Moving on. Welcome to another episode of the Getting Color Commentary Podcast. I am your host, Father Lloyd. Sitting next to me, of course, is the beautiful one, the six-string samurai. Also, never mind, I'm not even going to talk about Marilyn Manson yet. We're not doing this. The six-string samurai, Derrick Harvard.
What's up, folks?
Across the table from me, the man that twists the knobs, runs the microphones, hits the keyboards, does the stuff. He's the guy he's the glue that keeps it all together. One Aaron BT Silty. This week, you know what? Because I'm nice, the BT stands for Bill and Ted's.
Excellent.
Yeah, thank you. I thought so too. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing all right.
Great.
I know it's a late night for us. Well, not a late night for us per se, because I mean we're up this time of the night. We're only up this time of the night. We play music of the night. Again, shout out to my good friend Neil Hamburger. Actually, we're not friends at all. I've never met him.
Don't have a
No.
picture.
No, got nothing. I mean, I know
All the other hamburgers
I know
you ate.
people, but no Neil Hamburger. But you know, anyway, if you have any questions about that, you can meet me at the Chabella Burrito Place. It's down the street. I'll buy you a burrito. I'll punch you in the fucking stomach, and I'll have the burrito fly at your face.
Sick. Not the Neil Hamburger Palace.
Well, if you want to listen to my Neil Hamburger podcast, I'll be doing that. Never.
Yeah. Coming soon to nowhere near you.
We are here. It is Getting Color Commentary. Again, we're recording a little later than we normally do. At night, you know. But again, we're still up this time of the night. And now I'm rambling. Goddamn, I'm looking at that. I got to get to that at some point.
Yeah.
We haven't even talked about that yet.
No.
But we are here to talk about wrestling. And, you know, after WrestleMania last week, there's, it's a slow week. That tends to happen. But obviously, there's the big thing we have to talk about, and it's not going to be about Beyonce's country record.
Hold on, let me put it away.
Yeah. We were teased with it. We actually did get some footage of CM Punk and Jack Perry backstage at Wembley Arena. We'll talk about that here in a second. We'll talk about Raw, that happened. We'll talk about SmackDown. Let's see. What else is there to talk about? Shit. What you got? Anything?
Just that Adam Copeland and Christian fucking bullshit about their abs.
Extravaganza.
Why are you so worried about abs, man? You don't even walk.
Yeah. The abs are pretty sick, and you do gotta well, you don't gotta walk. You just need
just
a
gotta
plank.
plank.
So be fair, this is a running joke. He walks.
Walk.
He has all of his appendages are good. If they aren't, he's got like 7 appendages that he has like in a case inside that are in formaldehyde. Is that the right word? Is that a thing?
Yeah. Rubbing alcohol.
It's rubbing alcohol. It's 70% rubbing alcohol.
Mm-hmm. Dead things in jars.
The FBI does not need to hear about this.
What's up, Frank?
It's legal.
100%. I guess fuck it. Let's just talk about it.
Yeah. All right.
Let's go.
Let's get into
Punk and Perry.
Punk and Perry
Backstage Live.
Oh, we haven't talked about Nando's yet. Or who I would like to. Who I would actually before we start anything, I would like to thank our Indian listeners in India. I want to make sure they understand. Our 13% of our listenership is in India right now, and we appreciate that. We're looking for more foreign fans, so tell your friends, tell your people, smash the like button, subscribe. What's the other thing I'm supposed to
leave a comment.
There it
Ding
is.
the bell, touch your balls, or whatever.
Tell us what you think BT means next week.
Yeah.
These are the things that we want to know about. And one of the things that I've wanted to know about for a long time, it's a good segue, you see what I did there?
Yeah, nailed
is
it.
CM Punk, Jack Perry, backstage, Wembley Stadium.
Drive on it, fanboy.
I mean, all of this really came about. The showing of the footage, obviously, is because CM Punk came out on Ariel Helwani. I got that correct?
Yeah.
Fucking nailed it.
Thank you. On the podcast and told his story of how events went happened.
Yeah.
God damn it. I apologize, folks. It's a little of too many Mr. Graham's crackers this evening.
This episode brought to you by Jägermeister.
And Mr. Show references.
Yeah.
Regardless of that, Punk said what happened, and in a roundabout way,
99.9% of the way.
92.7%. Let's say 83.9%. We'll stop there.
Mostly
Also, because
true.
this is a show for Mr. Show references, 24. It was 24.
24?
Yeah.
This is a show.
Yes. Moving on. I'm the one that smokes more fucking weed than anybody. You don't smoke, and
I know.
Yeah,
I'm smoking concentrated weed, homie.
it's true. We'll talk about that on our weed podcast.
Yeah. Check it out at You Owe Me $20 later.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it together for real. Oh, actually, before I pull it together, I'd like to thank our newest not sponsor.
Yeah.
But if you don't remember
But.
WrestleMania, which was just last week, Dude Wipes played a big part.
So many dude wipes.
Yeah,
Dude
lots and
wipes
lots of dude
everywhere.
wipes.
In the corners,
dude
in
wipes.
the cracks, on the sides. Dude wipes
For
everywhere.
the ladies,
Yes,
for the men.
Yes, it says dude on there, but who are we to? Steven Tyler.
Are we
you know
really
what?
gendering buttholes with this? Like,
Right?
come on. Yeah.
Derrick's family
Yeah.
was kind enough. I don't want to use their real names, so we got to keep that.
Mostly because they're not human or real.
I would like to thank Mrs. Six String Samurai and daughter and son Six String Samurai. There we go. They bought us all dude wipes.
Yeah, it's because we love talking about it so much, apparently.
I'm really afraid this is going to become like a continuous thing.
No, Dude Wipes is going to be our first sponsor. That's what's
Sick.
going to actually happen.
Yeah. Shout out Dude Wipes. Send me all your flavors.
Hey,
My
Dude
butthole
Wipes.
craves it.
I appreciate what you do. I'm cool, man.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I meant chill. Because those are what we got. We got to throw out that these are the Dude Wipes Mint Chill.
Right.
Flushable wipes.
Absolutely.
Except in some circumstances if you read the directions on the back.
Yeah.
Right.
No, you need to,
unless your city sucks, you can flush them down the toilet.
Anybody have anything they want to say about Dude Wipes?
I mean, I'm clean and I smell good, bro. That's about it.
I mean, yeah, they work very well. They're very nice. I'm an idiot. I opened them wrong, as you can hear.
No, yeah, as they can hear. Instead of opening the very easy to open flap on the top, Aaron opened them like a bag of fucking chips.
He's a monster. Folks, he is a monster. Okay, and speaking of monsters.
Wait.
Okay, go.
I have some.
Some more stuff to talk about Dude Wipes?
Yeah,
Having
back
them
on the wipes.
Having them be flushable has brought up the thought of one of my favorite just weird things.
Say serial killer, I'm throwing something at you. I swear to fucking God.
No.
Okay.
Fucking
John Wick gave you
Fatbergs? Have you guys ever heard of a Fatberg?
No.
I've heard of Fat Burger.
Oh, these are these like sewage clumps of fats that fucking clog up the sewers?
Fat, baby. Like, fat
We're done,
from
Aaron,
food.
we're done. No.
Baby diapers. Fucking, like, wipes and shit like
Hordes
this.
of gross shit. Okay, carry on.
And poop.
Yes.
All just
All the sewage
coagulate
stuff.
together in the sewers.
So much like AEW, we just lost 100,000 viewers like in 3 minutes.
People like hearing about gross things.
Okay, so
Leave a comment down below for Aaron on what you think about him talking about gross things. CM Punk, Jack Perry, Wembley Stadium. There we are.
Giant piles of shit.
Speaking of giant piles of shit, actually,
This
you are correct.
whole fucking thing.
Yeah. God damn it, man.
I'm going to be the most least interested and the most boisterous in all of this because this exact like fucking inter-franchise war bullshit is why I quit watching wrestling last time.
Yeah.
I refuse to take part in it, and if anyone wants to take sides, they can fuck right off.
Right, wrestling is for the people. Regardless, CM Punk. Aaron, I'll ask you.
Yeah.
Do you feel that he threw a punch? Do you feel that he, on his interview, he said, oh, there were no punches. I didn't hit him. There was a little choking involved.
I just choked him, yeah. No, yeah.
Okay.
I can't tell. I feel like, from watching the footage, he probably threw some punches. At least 2.
But did he hit him?
I don't know if they connected or not. Somebody was standing in the way. Don't know. I can't say whether or not. But it definitely looked like, if he did throw some punches, they weren't like haymakers or anything like that.
Agreed.
But,
Go ahead, please.
I was one of those people that as soon as I heard about this fucking footage, I romanticized it in my head, made it this big fucking thing, like, oh, I can't wait to fucking see that years down the road when it gets leaked and everybody has a fucking shit show about it. And then CM Punk has the fucking interview, Tony Khan's a big baby, and he releases it improperly. I'll get into that once we maybe talk about it a little bit more. But he releases it, and it's exactly like every stupid fucking little... It's not a fight. This was two people having...
Would you call it a colossal tussle?
I think somebody would have sued.
A colossal tussle.
But
us? That's our trademark.
It is just stupid and dumb and lasted 6 seconds.
Well, that's because the best in the world took care of it.
Yeah. Shout out to Peacekeeper Samoa Joe.
Shout out to Peacekeeper Chris Hero.
Where the Peacekeepers in the room or in their keep.
Chris Hero had the same look on his face that Tony Schiavone had when he had to fucking kick to the footage. Okay.
Yeah.
Acting.
In my opinion, I'm going to tell you what I see in the video.
Sure.
And I know it sounds whatever.
No, yeah. You're the most CM Punk biased person in the room right now. Just letting everybody know.
That is 100%
Yes.
correct.
Oh, I'm checking the record right now. And yeah, that's true.
Me and Pepsi Phil, we go way back. Mm-hmm. Jack Perry came out, and Punk wasn't even there. Jack Perry was in frame before Punk was even in frame also. Mm-hmm. He came up. It seems like they were talking. It seemed like everybody was fine. Jack Perry had... Wow. Well, I hope that didn't come out.
Jack Perry?
No, I think I said Jack. I thought it said Jack Ferry, and I didn't want somebody to take that the wrong way.
Wow, you don't want to be that scapegoat.
No, nobody wants to be that scapegoat. Jack Perry came out. He was there. He knew what he was walking into.
Probably.
In the sense of, or at least I think it would have been expected.
Sure.
And again, this is me telling how I what I take away from the footage. And Punk came out. They had their interaction. He flipped his hair. This is before he flipped his hair and shit went down. Yeah. Seemed like everything was fine. He was just talking. And again, this is the problem that we all have. Anyone who was not in that room does not know what was said.
Nope.
Or that's it. We see what happened. I don't know what Jack Perry may have said at that point. I don't know what CM Punk may have said at that point. I don't know where it was in that instance. He pushed him. Punk 100% was the instigator of first contact. There's no denying this.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I mean, by in all intents and purposes, Jack Perry never really got hands in any capacity.
No,
just a shit talker.
He got pushed. I think he got swung at. Was still stepping back. He had the choke real quick that Punk got on him. Joe came in, cut that right away. And again, CM Punk obviously, and has respect for Samoa Joe, someone he has wrestled many times throughout the years. Some of his best matches back in Ring of Honor. Then Punk turns around. Samoa Joe takes Jack Perry to the other side of the room. You have Chris Hero, a couple other folks. CM Punk turns to what is apparently supposed to be the monitor room there.
Yeah, monitor station in Gorilla.
We do not see Tony Khan there.
No.
We see CM Punk literally lean over, say some shit, not do anything physical in any way. No. And this is apparently the thing that we're supposed to believe that Tony Khan was in fear of his life for.
Sure.
Again,
he jumped behind that screen. We don't know what happened behind that screen.
Nothing happened in a physical manner, obviously. Okay, and again, this is where, without the benefit of sound, We don't know the complete story. They didn't give us everything. Oh, they edged us. They edged every one of us.
Sure.
Oh yeah, because we love that shit.
And then you see Chris Hero walking off, head in hands. It's like, oh my God.
A Home Alone style, fucking, yeah.
And that's what we got. Obviously the intro to this was the Young Bucks using this to fuel their feud with FTR. Like, FTR was behind this the whole time.
Yeah.
That's why we lost our match at Wembley Stadium to FTR, because we were so discombobulated and having to deal with all of this. And
I do appreciate the kayfabe turn on this shit sandwich.
Yeah, what the Young Bucks did to try and work this into kayfabe and make it make sense within a storyline, they did a good job. Like, you could tell that they were...
Did they? I don't agree nor disagree. I believe they did the best with what was put in front of them.
Exactly. Like, I feel like if this was something completely different, had nothing to do with CM Punk, didn't have to do with, like, one of, like, AEW losing one of the biggest stars that they've ever had at the biggest fucking show they've ever had, that wrestling, quote-unquote, has ever had.
Most expensive.
Like, we wouldn't be talking about this. We'd be talking about the storyline and the way that they sold it. I felt they did an okay job with what they had, knowing that, like, everybody was not too happy about showing the footage. Like, including the Young Bucks. Like, they didn't initially want to do it. Tony wanted to do it. And they were like, okay, we'll do it.
But why did Tony want to do it? That's the thing. Is it strictly because of that? Is he that petty?
I mean, it seems like it.
I don't know that petty is the right word for a billionaire playchild.
You saw the footage. Your take just on that right now.
Just on the footage.
Punk's
a punk.
Okay.
Perry's probably mouthy, and that usually sets punks off. And Samoa Joe's the champ, man. Like, again, well, it happened with Tony. Happened behind that screen in a second.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
And again, we're talking about not raised in the streets kid.
Yeah.
That just got
probably weighs like
confronted.
100 pounds.
Yeah, that just got confronted by a legit punk. Yeah, he probably shat his pants and thought he was going to die. No one's ever spoken to him like that before.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
Yeah.
I can buy that. Here's a question I want to pose to you guys.
Yeah.
The fact we're talking about this, we're talking about it not because Jack Perry is involved.
No.
We're honestly not talking about this because the Young Bucks or FTR or AEW or Tony Khan as a whole is involved. We are having this whole conversation because of CM Punk.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Obviously, we know where he's wound up. The question I want to ask is, in your opinion, and again, I am a CM Punk mark, and I am biased, as we like to say, do you feel that CM Punk is the superstar that he is? Like, I know, like, as we've talked before, you guys weren't watching when Punk dropped the pipe bomb.
Yeah.
You weren't watching Punk when he was coming up in Ring of Honor, doing those matches with Samoa Joe, doing the stuff. Do you think that Punk's Punk being perceived as the star that he is, from what you've seen of him at this point, we're paying attention to this just because of him by name alone. Do you feel that he deserves that the people are paying attention to him right now? Do you think that this is bad for business, good for business? Do you think that CM Punk is just a fucking punk who knows how to manipulate what's going on right now? Or do you feel that he really is the person that is kind of the savior of wrestling? God damn it! I'm going off on a Punk tangent.
Mm-hmm. Don't gag on that, Jesus.
I hope what I'm trying to ask is coming across.
Yeah.
Like,
no, absolutely.
Is he the big? Is he? He's not a big. He's not The Rock, obviously.
No.
But everybody right now, he's the guy. Drew McIntyre is getting a rub because of CM Punk. Jack Perry came out this past week in was that Japan or was that here? Regardless,
no, that was in Chicago.
Okay, with the Chicago flag, and drops it, and there's a jacket that just says "Cry Me a River." He knows what he's doing too. Much like I feel that Tony Khan, when he brings Jack Perry back, he knows what he's doing. That he's setting all of this up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But all of this is because of CM Punk. This is not because of AEW.
No.
This is not because of Jack Perry. This is not because of anything. It's because people care about CM Punk. Yeah. He is a draw. He is ratings.
I mean, he is.
Aaron.
So,
which also brings me to, go ahead and then I'll...
So, here, I've got a lot to say about what you just said. Like, CM Punk is a big star. He's a good wrestler. He's a fucking phenomenal talker. Like, I've listened to the podcast that he did with Cole Cabana, which was really interesting. The interview with Ariel Helwani, the fucking, like, every time he gets on the mic, it's gold. Like, for the most part, you know, when he's got something to fucking say, it's good.
Tell me when he's telling lies. He may not always be speaking truths, but tell me when he's telling lies.
Sure. But I do feel like Punk is kind of floating on this like basically romanticized version of who and what he could be that people have created over the last 9 years since he gave the pipe bomb, tried to do the Summer of Punk in fucking WWE, and left wrestling. And he's become this fucking, like, this hero that I don't see anybody in real life being able to, match up to, you know? Like, I'm not trying to take anything away
Flatten your
from
mohawks, kids. You can't be that cool.
I'm not trying to take anything away from him as a worker or as a talker or as a persona or anything like that, but I do feel like he has become bigger than himself, and I don't know if he's going to be able to live up to all the expectations that people have created for him. And that's why I kind of feel like he may not have done for AEW what he was initially brought in there to do, which was put butts in seats.
And this is what I want to bring up. Even with the airing of this footage, do you know what the viewership was for AEW that night?
No.
Yeah.
I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, and I should if I'm going to bring this up. No, I'm not going to. I believe.
Word.
And this is, trust me, in my.
I know I heard it. I know I've heard people talking about it.
It was still under 1 million. It was like
it was definitely under
849,000, I believe, is what the.
Yeah, like as far as
for the quarter hour of that show, blah blah blah.
From what I remember, from what I heard, like their average is like 55.
Basically,
something.
how AEW ratings tend to go according to WrestleNomics, I believe is the people who take care of all that.
Is this watching or in show?
No, this is watching.
This is watching. Again, we don't know. I know you DVR. And those numbers don't count. This is people watching live.
Exactly. Which we need to get the fuck away from that shit.
Okay, well, that's a tangent.
No, yeah, exactly.
But I'm already rambling tonight.
Sure. Back on track.
Usual AEW numbers, depending on what the show is, and what's advertised and what's what, they usually start somewhere about either just under 1 million or just over. Which has not happened for a second. I don't believe. I'd have to, like I said. Mm-hmm. Generally, they drop down like 100,000 viewers. Then they'll gain another 40, 50, drop another 100, and then the last, like, whatever the main event is, they'll get those 100,000 back. They, like, lately, the numbers have been between around 700 to 800,000. Sometimes
Can I take a quick jab at that?
Please.
Yeah.
AEW doesn't do storylines well.
No, they don't.
They do wrestling really well.
They do wrestling
all
really
the time.
good.
Wrestling from the beginning to the end. You can skip weekly programming and watch just pay-per-views and understand what's happening.
This is going to be just a free form until we get to other shit here. Mm-hmm. But it brings up. They talked about. It was announced today or whatever that NXT.
Soon I want to talk about what I think about Punk.
Fine. NXT being considered a third brand again, is instead of just being the farm league.
Oh, it's part of the
whatever.
same huge dick of WWE that's on the table.
Yeah.
I was going somewhere with this, but
Word.
not important.
Oh, see,
Your feelings on CM Punk.
Okay, so again, CM Punk comes to my dead era. To me, CM Punk is not known for his wrestling. Talk about him being the best in the world all you want. Talk about what he used to do all you want. What does everyone talk about CM Punk about?
His
talking. Fucking mouth.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. CM Punk's fame is that he's a punk. And more power to him.
And that he has always backed up his mouth.
Word. Punks don't talk shit. They just fucking talk. Mm-hmm. You know? And that's who he is. And that's who he is to me. Is he a great wrestler? Yeah, I've watched a bunch of old matches. He's a great wrestler. No one wants to talk about that.
No.
No one ever wants to talk about that. It's a haphazard into why we're talking about him in the first place and his mouth, but not what we're talking about.
Well, yeah,
get to me when I can talk about CM Punk's skills in the ring and winning titles and shit again, because this drama shit is how long?
Yeah.
Well, he won some titles, but apparently, and it pains me to say it, he gets hurt every time. His body is not holding up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Again, like I said,
right. That's subject number 2. We're not even at his wrestling. We're at shit talking and injuries.
Yeah.
Then he's the best wrestler in the world.
What is it, 4 injuries now? 4?
I think it's 3, but I could
3?
be wrong.
I
want to get behind him. I want to get behind that dude that talks his shit, but wrestle, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Well, again, he put him in the Nick Aldis role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's talk obviously about him going down and doing a bunch of stuff with NXT. Mm-hmm. Shawn Michaels is there for who knows how long.
He can, Chucky Ducky or coach the girls, but he's
Yeah.
been hanging out with a lot of the girls lately. I don't know if that's just he's ran out of friends or that's what his focus is, but
No, we talked about this last week, and I appreciate you bringing it back up. Saying that CM Punk's a creep. Got it.
oh man, well, hey man, if you're talking about somebody who spends way too much time looking at girls, fucking, I'm that Mark.
That checks.
I kind of want to talk about what I feel like it did to AEW. Like
Go ahead.
It didn't.
Please.
Showing the footage, I feel like it delegitimizes any other time that you have a fucking backstage brawl that's in kayfabe, because they're big and fucking crazy, and people should be getting hurt way more than whatever got showed on that footage, and nobody gets fucking fired for it. No, like there are almost never any repercussions that we hear about at all.
The difference is exactly how you worded it. It's kayfabe.
Yeah.
Anything we see behind the scenes, this is behind the scenes,
Yes.
not backstage. There's how I'm going to put it.
But that's why it shouldn't have been on fucking TV on the show, where everything should be kayfabe. He should have released this to some fucking journalists, and that's how it should have been released if you wanted to release it, not on the TV show.
No, I disagree. I don't think it hurt AEW in any way to release this, other than whatever's going to happen with Punk's lawyers and them, and I don't think that dude with a checkbook the size of fucking Kansas gives a rat's ass.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to have a problem at all.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Anything else we want to talk about?
CM Punk, Jack Perry? No. Let it go. Franchise wars suck.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do it.
I'm the only thing I'm looking forward to from this is Jack Perry making the most of it and coming back.
Again, there's a reason Tony didn't release him from his contract. He's letting him, you're not going to go over to Japan and tear your AEW contract in half without, again, from the Khan family lawyers, if you will, that is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They got deep Jack Cousteau pockets.
Dude, I almost bought a fucking Scapegoat t-shirt just to troll you. But it's fucking lame.
So
he
we
needs
are
better merch.
So we are very clear. I have no personal issue with Jack Perry.
No.
Again, I hope that this does do something for him.
Yeah.
I've always been a fan of his, so
So here's my question to Jack Perry. You've been in New Japan how long? Smash a car window.
Well, with
real glass. Like, fucking do it.
Much like
all these things you're hopping to, do it.
Yeah.
You said earlier regarding Tony Khan never being talked to in a certain way because of his affluence of growing up.
Fair enough.
Jungle Boy, Jim Jack, John Perry,
Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Shabba
and his
Jr.
whole bizarre adventure.
Thank you. Also, a kid who is a
Yeah, he's probably not used to being told no.
wow.
Yeah.
Tell me if I use these words right, because sometimes old man Lloyd here doesn't know things. Obviously, he didn't grow up in the wrestling business, but his dad took him. There's famous footage of him being in front row at a bunch of wrestling events and stuff. He's a nepo baby, right? Is that's what they call those people?
I mean, sure,
correct.
I mean, yeah, sure.
He's never wanted for anything in his life.
Well, no.
He's never had anybody tell him no, so he's like, fuck it.
Well, also,
you know what happens? You know what happens if Jack Perry fucking can't get a wrestling job? He goes home to his fucking daddy's fucking money and lives his fucking life.
well, that's an assumption. Like, who knows? He might not be able to do that. We don't know. But and also,
Can I watch that backstage fight?
I kind of feel like it's shitty to throw nepo baby on a wrestler, like a professional wrestler, because getting where you gotta be to like have the skills, the experience, and like that Jack Perry has
That's
at this
time
point.
on the mat.
That's
He's
time
got-
on the mat. He's put the work in.
Keep talking because I want to look something up.
Okay, yeah. But like that, he's put
Are
the
we
work in. He's
dictifying
good.
Nepo baby?
I don't know how long he's been wrestling.
No,
but I would imagine
that's actually
sure. Yeah.
I personally, and usually I'm up on my shit. I didn't know who the fuck Jack Perry was before he was in AEW.
No.
Did he
I'll take
work
that.
independence? Maybe he may have trained. Obviously, he got his job through his ability and skills.
Yeah.
I take nothing away from any of that, but again, this is me.
That doesn't
being,
mean there wasn't a kick up
Well, no,
from
of
knowing
course.
the
This
right
is me
people.
legitimately being
That
ignorant
happens.
of his
That's
of
People
his
are
history.
suggested to wrestling schools all the time. Hey, put
Yeah.
work into this person.
Yeah.
We think
Sure.
it'll behoove you.
Yeah. He may not be champion one day, but he can pay for it.
Yeah. He likes wrestling. He cares about it, and he's willing to give it a shot.
And also, again, there's two people we're talking about this week, and it's CM Punk and Jack Perry.
Yeah.
So either way about it, it's a fucking big week for him, and big win.
Oh yeah, he's eating it up. He's
Yeah.
eating it up. Both of them are eating it up. You know who's not? Samoa Joe.
That's world champion Samoa Joe, or soon not to
Savior of the locker room, Samoa Joe.
Talk about locker room leader.
Yeah, I'll talk about
be. You know
locker
what? Everybody give it up for the locker room leader, Samoa Joe, tonight.
room. Beautiful.
Next on the docket,
Next on the docket. Yeah.
Because, yeah, man, that eclipsed AEW news.
Yeah.
Eclipsed it.
Yeah.
I feel bad for every wrestler that wrestled a match this week. Awful.
Yeah.
No one wants to talk. Like, cool, neat flip. Anyway, Jungle Boy has long hair and a bad mouth.
well, again, Adam Copeland got asked about it. I was like, I didn't watch it. Blah, blah, blah. He went out and did his promo, fucking talking about how great everything is. And
I'm sure he doesn't give a fuck.
I agreed.
Like,
He getting paid.
yeah.
On to the woo-woo-wee universe.
Yeah.
We gonna talk about Matt Cardona.
Oh, his titty out. Just like Tiffy's titty. Titty's out all week.
He been sitting on that one.
Got it.
Just so you know, if there's a titty out, Derrick will tell you.
Oh, he'll catch it.
Oh, I'll catch it, but none of you nerds in the crowd with your phones catch it? What the heck? Or
Okay.
Is WWE, like, on it? Like, if you put titty and a wrestler's name, does somebody in Florida go, oh, hell no?
I mean, probably.
I feel personally attacked. Just because I'm from Florida.
Oh, okay. Right. Is there a general lack of appreciation of titties in Florida?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay, that's what I thought from my Girl Gone Wild's investigation.
Remind me to tell you a story when we're off air. and it's not like anything I couldn't talk about on air. It's just like it's more funny, like just for us.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it sucks. Again, when Matt Cardona showed up a couple weeks ago for AEW just to do that open challenge for Adam Copeland, I didn't expect him to stick around. He's making more money on the independents and doing better for himself, and I'm sure he's booked for at least the next 6 months, no matter what.
No, that guy's fucking putting in work all over the place.
Again, I'm a big fan of his from the Zack Ryder days. Again, the dude that got himself over, the man who pretty much changed how anyone was able to promote themselves on the internet because he got himself over doing it. I'm sorry, that's King of the Death Match, Matt Cardona.
Yeah, he got thrown down a fucking flight of stairs and pushed off the stage in a wheelchair for all of his work.
Thank you.
And his girlfriend got stolen from him.
She didn't really get stolen. She was also never really his girlfriend.
Whatever.
It was also kayfabe.
Not really like kidnapped or married or anything super creepy like that.
I mean,
Right.
You know.
Speedy. I wish him a speedy recovery.
Absolutely.
If I may I personally wish a speedy recovery to the Michael Jordan of wrestling figure collectors. That is the truth. That's how he refers to himself.
I believe him.
Oh, okay. Wow. Tony's cool with that?
You know, his might be almost as worth as much as Tony's.
Show me
I,
what
I,
you got.
I am fucking with you. I'm not fucking with you guys. And I actually, if you don't know, and for anybody else who does not know, check out the Major Wrestling Figure podcast. I don't want to plug anybody else's shit. Or any of the things that him and Brian Myers and Smart Mark Sterling do. They're talking about collecting toys. Yes, Matt Cardona is apparently number 1 or number 2 in the world with the most expensive, best collection of wrestling action figures.
Oh, snap.
He has been collecting since he was a kid, and literally he has everything you can possibly imagine.
Oh, mega nerd. Nice.
You'll also, because I know you'll enjoy this. You can watch some stuff where Chelsea's just fucking looking at him because they're married. It's her house. Like, God fucking damn it! Like,
and he's got a sexy figure of like Big Show bent over next to his computer. She's like, "Do we need that in the living room?"
And he says yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's next?
SmackDown.
From Friday?
That is when it airs.
Yeah,
Well, actually, because I wanted to talk about SmackDown that hasn't aired yet. That's coming up this Friday.
Fantasy
okay.
booking. All right.
No, not at all. I was just.
I'm sure there'll be some matches and commercials.
All right. Yeah, lots of commercials.
Sponsored by Dude Wipes.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
The only thing I really want to talk about that happened on SmackDown is the biggest story that I feel like came out of it, which was them bringing in Tama Tonga.
I guess we do have to talk about Tama Tonga.
Yeah, thumbs up, baby.
By the way,
Yeah.
I got Tama Tonga. Sorry.
Yeah, he pulled a little sneaky.
Yes,
man.
he did.
Hey, when you're the tribal chief.
Yeah, thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up.
I would like to tell you that I appreciate the acknowledgement, but I am not the tribal chief.
No. Okay. So there's
Best
a
in the
battle
world.
coming. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Womp.
Yeah, fucking. I liked all the little bloodline segments that happened. It was a lot of fun. They told a story, and I have some wants that I want. I want them to go a certain way, but I don't see WWE doing it. But
You see, Tony Stark is going to face Steve Richards. It's going to be a battle, a civil war, if you will.
yeah, and that's
It'll
not where I
happen in
want it
December.
to go.
That way they're all Winter Soldiers.
That's not where I want it to go.
Okay.
I want. So what happened was the bloodline consisting of Solo Sikoa, Jimmy Uso, and Paul Heyman came out to the ring, and
Excuse me, that's WWE Hall of Famer Paul Heyman.
excuse me, I stand corrected.
And if you don't like it, you can suck his dick.
Yeah, you can suck his fucking dick. So they all come out to the ring. Paul Heyman cuts a promo about basically being good losers. Like, the Bloodline lost the title. Fucking Roman's not here. Blah, blah, blah. Solo takes the mic from him and starts talking about wins and losses mean something, and there are consequences.
Again, from the man who's lost his last 40 matches in a row.
Those are all
Hey, he's on the
house
job.
shows. Those are house shows.
Just because he's not good on it doesn't mean he's not on the job.
Most of those are house shows.
I'll allow that.
But yeah, Paul Heyman thinks it's coming at him. Solo pushes him out of the way, starts walking at Jimmy. Jimmy starts freaking out. Solo hugs him, tells him he loves him, he's his brother, then turns his back on him. Tama Tonga makes his debut, beats the shit out of Jimmy Uso. Then Solo fucking thumbs him in the throat like 5 fucking
like
times.
a bazillion freaking times.
And then wraps a chair around his neck.
Tells him he loves him again.
Tells him he loves him again.
What a nice guy.
It's a Samoan sign of affection.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
he's laying in the corner. Solo does the cannonball, and they leave. Jimmy laying, and they walk out. What I want to come from this is I don't want Jimmy to be kicked out of the bloodline. I want Jimmy to be held hostage and just brutally beaten.
Like covered in dog food?
Sure.
God damn it.
Brutally beaten. If he
your
wins a
backyard
match,
shit outta here.
he gets beaten up. He fucking loses a match, he gets beaten up. They just destroy him.
Well, they could just bring Sami Zayn back for that. And, you want him to Forrest Gump Jimmy, too?
I want them to make everybody forget that Jimmy is a fucking asshole that cost Jay the title, that, did all of that. Just do everything you can to build up sympathy for Jimmy and make it so Jay has to come back and confront the bloodline and steal his brother back.
See, here's what you do. The long con that nobody talks about. Who's been more loyal to the bloodline than anybody else? Jimmy Uso. Who has lost his brother because of the bloodline? Jimmy Uso. Who's lost his other brother now because of the bloodline? Jimmy Uso. You know who deserves to be tribal chief? The man who's done the most for the family. The man that's carried them from day one, Jimmy Uso. You make Jimmy Uso tribal chief. You want to let Jay come back? This is when Jimmy gave everything to Jay before. This is when Jay comes like, you know what, it wasn't me. It's been you the whole time. Jimmy Uso is the one who should be the leader of the bloodline.
Somber music plays.
Interesting. I'd like to see it.
We won't. It's gonna be Rock Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there's another person that needs to make their debut that's signed with WWE recently.
Which I want to get to when we start talking about Raw, because something was said during a Jay interview that alluded to that I felt was nicely done.
Right.
But yeah,
then let's just go ahead and talk about Raw.
Is there anything else on SmackDown that you guys?
Yeah, there is.
About?
Both my girls got fucking showcases. Both of them lost their matches. Come on.
Tiffy time?
Titty time. Hey, that's
Tell us about
on
it.
Wardrobe. Her tit came out. It was fucking great, and then she lost her match with Naomi. That's fucking it. Piper got screen time. Yay.
I mean, hell
this Mark's happy.
Piper Niven deserves
tits and Piper. Great.
I do apologize. Who did Piper wrestle on Friday on SmackDown?
Naomi.
Wait, no.
It was a 3-way. He's correct.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yes, sorry. On when we get to Raw, her and
that was
Chelsea.
a tag team.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, wait. So then, yes, let's talk about Raw.
Yeah.
All right.
Raw.
Oh, I'm leading this one?
Yeah, you got
You're
this.
leading all of them, Father.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, again, the way Raw started off is something other than the CM Punk stuff is the biggest news of the week. And that, of course, is that Rhea Ripley had to vacate her title this week due to injury.
Yeah.
She hurt her hand by getting hit in the head with a chair.
I mean,
Go ahead. Just go. Chris. I don't even want to deal with his ass right now.
I set that shit up just for that.
I don't know what her injury is at the moment. I've heard some people say that it was her shoulder. I've heard other people say that it's her wrist. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, no, it sucks. I hope it's kayfabe, and then like she's gonna take some time off.
I'm betting on it.
But like, I don't know why you would necessarily do that. She did just tie, I think, Bayley for the longest running women's champion, which is interesting. At least from what I heard. Yeah, maybe.
Nice.
But the promo she gave was fucking great.
Absolutely.
Like, you could tell that she got flustered, and then instead of stumbling, she used it and like felt like she kind of went off script a bit, and it was really good. Like, you could see the fucking anger in her face.
Oh, absolutely.
It was great.
Yeah. Side note, as a security guard for a living, please don't headbutt us.
Yeah, we did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
From everything from my quick research here.
Yeah, research Pete.
Yes. No, that's a totally different person. He doesn't. Never mind. I love you, Research Pete. If you actually hear this, I fucking love and miss you, brother. And he's still alive. So that's not like a weird thing.
Pete.
Yes.
Research Pete.
Well, you threw me off for a second there. Looking, everything just says injury. Nothing has been reported as to what it actually is.
I mean, yeah, no. Going into WrestleMania, she did have the wrist like wrapped up in some sort of thing. Mm-hmm. But like,
she also got a tattoo right afterwards. So,
sure. But like, if the wrist is the injury, why is her arm like up in a sling? Like, you can. The wrist is injured.
I'm not a doctor.
I mean, I've injured my wrist before.
Take a drink now or later. Your call.
But yeah, it was good.
I do want to congratulate Derrick for getting his Rhea Ripley points for the season right away, and now they're gone.
Yeah.
That's cool. Piper's filling in.
Yeah, and then Liv Morgan's making the most of it. She came out. She was kind of bitchy and sassy. Mm-hmm. And then Rhea fucking headbutted a security guard for no reason.
Yeah, poor dude. Knocked him cold the fuck out.
Right?
I think he believed in Jesus. He deserved it.
Oh, that's.
Oh well, yeah. Take him out.
Agreed. Anything you guys want to talk about for Rhea Ripley? I mean, it sucks because I want her on TV. I want her to be champ. She still has some longevity in her as far as being champion.
Oh yeah.
Oddly enough, I've talked about before. Like, oh, okay, I'm sick of Gunther. We're sick of Roman Reigns. We're sick of this. Nobody's ever really says, "Oh, I'm sick of Rhea Ripley being women's champion."
No.
The
The only thing I'm sick of is her not having
a viable
feuds.
opponent.
Yeah.
Sorry, Becky.
Well, also, She hasn't been wrestling much on TV. We obviously know that. Maybe this is because of this injury.
Yeah,
and
maybe.
all they've been doing is pretty much prolonging this until let's get you to Mania, have the one match, we'll get you over, and then we'll have you vacate the title.
Yeah.
For 75 fucking points, you scumbag.
Winning.
Tiger's blood.
It's the Tiger's blood.
I would like to point out now for this next thing that the views and opinions expressed by the other members of the Marks. Oh, whoa. I fucked that up.
Ooh,
Wow.
10 points for
yes.
naming.
Well, I will make up for that. The Getting Color Commentary podcast. The other guys here do not. Their opinions do not reflect mine.
Okay.
A returning Sheamus defeats Ivar.
Yeah, chunky boys. It's all cool, man. It's fine.
He is a little thicker around the midsection.
Yeah, you keep saying a little. You're really nice.
Well, him and Jericho could form a tag team.
I mean, yeah, he does mildly like Jericho.
Speaking of tag teams, what do you guys think about those new belts?
I like it because it's new, but I agree with Derrick. They do look like Ferrero Rocher.
Yeah, they're Ferrero Rochers. They are prolapsed C-3PO anuses. They also have guitar pickups on them. For what reason? next to that giant cheese pizza of a fucking belt that looks horrible at a distance.
I wish
up close that belt looks good. Up
close
it
looks good.
That belt looks good.
But on TV, it doesn't translate.
But it also has guitar pickups on it, and it drives me freaking crazy.
I wish they weren't completely fucking round.
Yeah.
Why? Why are they completely round?
I didn't hate the other belts. I'm not in that camp. So, whatever.
What shape would you like them to be in? And give us an answer that's within realm of people will understand. No some weird artistic.
Yeah,
beat.
don't say like rhombus or anything.
Like that's what I'm saying.
Like a Superman fucking shape, or like a fucking octagon,
we were talking
something.
We were talking about this the other day. You were like one of the people that said like you actually liked the Jeff Hardy like willow belt.
No, I did not like the Jeff Hardy willow belt. Fuck
wow. you. Yeah. Ooh, tenderoni.
That is one of the ugliest goddamn belts that's ever happened.
Those are fighting words.
I said his fucking mask didn't look bad.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember the conversation, and I don't think he'll mind me bringing up his name. Tennessee Tim. It was the three of us sitting there talking about stuff at work the other night. Sorry, I apologize for that.
I feel insulted.
All I can do is apologize, sir.
Fair. No, yeah, they do look like fucking pickups.
Yeah, there's guitar pickups on these belts.
Guitars pickups on
these
belts.
These belts play solos. This freaking sweets. You're all dildos.
Make it like a shield shape. Something.
Like Roman's belt?
Something different.
Like Roman's belt?
Something.
Got him.
Something different.
DIY defeat New Day and the Creed brothers for a world championship number one contendership.
Which was really great because the Creed brothers looked the best the whole match.
Yeah, they did.
The whole match. And I have been bitching about them forcing the Creed brothers on me for how long?
Yeah.
Like since they brought them up. They looked good in that match.
I really want them to change the Creed brothers. They need retooling, fucking look and attitude. Something. They need to do something.
Up with Gable as like wrestling bad
boy. That would be fucking awesome.
The new Alpha Academy.
The Zeta. I don't know. Fucking bad guys. I don't know.
See, that'd be kind of fun.
You guys aren't looking at the big picture.
I'm not in the stable naming house.
And let me just make sure there was the next match I was going to talk about. And if it wasn't, and it was. Here's the deal, and I'm booking right now.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm telling you, when this happens, you guys go, you were right.
Throw the book at him.
DIY won that match. They are going to beat Miz and R-Truth.
Oh yeah, no, they are definitely going to do that.
Now the match after this was Indy Hartwell finally coming around and going, well, it's time to win some fucking matches, and joining Candice LeRae and turning on the bad side. We're going to get...
Oh, they bad, man.
We are going to get a reformed DIY. The whole family. We're going to get all of them. In fact, if they were smart, they'll bring Austin Theory back in also. There it is, right there.
That's an interesting theory.
You have a new faction that it is.
They could call them the Bad Way.
Ooh.
That's not going to happen. But you can have Gargano and Ciampa as the tag team champions on Raw. Then you have Indy and Candice as tag team champions on Raw.
Yeah,
they're running the show.
New Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Well, we do need a new one because obviously Finn's going to do whatever now.
Wait for it.
Damian Priest is your new champ, I guess.
I mean, I don't have a problem with him being champ.
I don't either.
I think he's a good wrestler. He's good.
Yeah.
He deserves to be where he's at. He
deserves it.
Oh yeah.
Congratulations, Punishment Martinez.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Andrade defeating Dominic. No big anything there other than after the match, JD McDonald, I believe I'm legally obligated to say that, attacks him. They get him on, and then Irish superstar Ricochet comes in to help out.
Yep.
They shake hands. Apparently, there's going to be some Andrade Ricochet formation, something there.
Hey, yay for Ricochet coming up.
Yeah.
Give me more.
Hell yeah. And like him and fucking Andrade, that should be fun. That should be a lot of fun.
I can see it. Piper Niven and Chelsea Green.
Baby.
Oh, Caden Carter.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Just go ahead. This one's yours.
Katana Chance.
Piper's a badass. Get used to it till after Clash.
Yeah.
Damn. I could see them getting the belts also.
Absolutely.
It seems like they're doing a bunch with the women's tag division.
They've done
right
their
now.
talking. They've done their jobbing. They've done their working. Now it's time.
Yeah, give them what they fucking have been working for.
Absolutely. Again, hypermark for Pipes, but about time.
I mean, yeah, I like Pipe. She's good.
Stop trying to make Pipe happen. It's not going to happen. Okay.
Hey, I pluralize it. Okay.
Cody Rhodes, the solver of racism,
Yes.
Yes, can confirm.
comes out, cuts his big promo, thanking Seth Rollins and Jey Uso for having his back.
I disagree with you using the word big.
That's dead air.
Word.
Typical Cody Rhodes promo.
Yes, it was.
Let me thank you.
That's pronounced lame, sir. It was a lame Cody Rhodes promo.
For nobody out there, it's like when Chuck Reagan comes out and come out when he does a solo show, even when he does a hot water music show. Yes, hi, we'd like to we appreciate everybody so much. I'd like to thank the bartenders, the venue staff, the guy parking the cars out front, the people wiping the toilets down after the show. That guy up there that paid $15 for the cheap seats. I want to thank him, and so on and so on and so on. Cool, get it.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of Cody. I respect him. I know
Absolutely.
I know what he's doing.
Respect
he's
his
fucking
career,
good.
respect his work.
Yeah. But I'm not a fan of a
nobody's
baby
ever been.
face.
Yeah, nobody's ever been able to put Cody on a plate that I want to eat.
Yeah.
Insert some gay shit joke here.
Try and I was going to make a joke about, well, what about Brandy? But then that opens up a whole other can of worms, and and not about Brandy Rhodes herself.
She's a fine girl.
Yes. Never mind. Let's just say he has a Brandy at home, if you will, Daddy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Best
Sweet
I
on the
hear you
tongue.
calling.
Yeah. Cody, he looks awkward with the belt. Like, I understand why he holds the belt the way he does, but he looks fucking awkward with it.
Yeah, I can go through a bunch of descriptors of how to describe this, and I can be really mean about it if I want to, and I can be really nice about it if I want to. Yeah, he's a kid with a cool toy that he got because WWE thinks he needed it.
He earned it.
Sure.
He definitely earned it.
He earned it.
He put in the work.
Play that at all.
Again, where they go with it now is the bigger issue.
I feel like Cody's title run matters more to WWE, the company, than it matters to the people watching.
Yeah.
And that's the way it's always felt since he came back from his titty out injury.
Jey Uso, Finn Balor.
That was a fun match. It was decent.
So when was the last time we saw Finn do something neat? It was right before he got 14 staples.
Yeah.
Give that man some more time.
Yeah, he needs
give me the Prince.
He
back.
needs a good fucking feud. He needs something going.
So does Jay.
I mean, yeah, Jay needs it fucking hard.
They're throwing everybody at Jay. Mm-hmm. Every week there's no build. It's like, oh, you and Judgment Day.
He's the opposite of Cody.
Yeah.
Right? The fans want him. The fans watch that stadium when he walks out.
Well, I mean, maybe that's who's going to go after Damian Priest, obviously.
Well, he's the number one contender.
Turn on Cody.
I don't see that happening.
Nah.
At least not for like another year, probably.
It won't ever happen. He'll never get the chance because the fucking Bloodline Civil War shit's going to start, and they're going to set that up.
Yeah, Jay's has a problem for me. Like, he's fucking over as hell. But his matches have gotten kind of old to me. It feels like Sammy.
List his moves. Just off the top of your head.
Uso splash, a pretty inferior spear.
Okay.
A super kick.
Repeat.
Yeah, like 8 super kicks.
Right.
Like, but
He's
like,
over as fuck, and
Yeah.
it's weird because his personality is that he's over as fuck.
Yeah. Him and his brother, those matches were fucking great. They had the tag team like synergy.
You mean back in the day?
Okay, I was like, last week you were just complaining about how bad their matches were with each other.
Right.
No,
Recently, they've been poo-poo.
Well, in the past, like when they were fucking the undisputed tag team champions and they were going up against everybody.
They were fucking the undisputed tag team champions.
I mean, they were. Those matches were good. They work really well together, and I feel like Jay is kind of suffering from not having a person to work with.
Well, and I feel like that's the attempt of main event Jey Uso, trying to give him that. They're just not coming through.
Yeah, falling a little flat for me. I still, I love it when he comes out. It's great.
Like him
It's fun.
beating Finn Balor. Is he more over for you than he was if he'd
No.
have lost? No.
No.
But if I'm in a stadium and he pops out, I'm standing up and I'm doing the fucking thing, man.
Of course,
for sure.
yeah. But like the best part of that fucking match was him getting away from the beatdown that happened because he beat Finn Balor from the Judgment Day. They all come in to beat him down in the ring. He gets away from him. He walks through the crowd, walks out of the fucking venue, walks up to Sami Zayn, and like that was the most interesting thing about the whole fucking thing.
Mm-hmm. Have a double Forrest Gump moment, and that's about it. Yeah.
And speaking of Sami Zayn, in your main event, Sami Zayn, in his first title defense after beating Gunther at WrestleMania, successfully defends his championship against his former trainer, Chad Gable.
Yeah.
And I'd like to point out that Chad, before the match happened, they did a little interview with Chad when he was practicing in the ring with the Creeds.
Mm-hmm.
He comes over, talks to the interviewer, and specifically says what I said I wanted to happen. I don't remember if it was on one of the episodes that we recorded before we were putting things out or one of the episodes that we've put out.
This can be sourced somewhere.
Yeah, I have them.
Research Pete.
He says, I trained Sami Zayn. I know all of his weaknesses.
Correct.
I just want to say, called it.
And how did that work out for him?
I mean, it didn't work out too good.
How did it work out for Sami Zayn, though, after he won the match?
I mean, didn't work out too good. But, see, we don't know how good is Chad Gable going to be now that he's a heel.
Is fucking a dude up that you're mad at, like, does that really just make you a heel?
I mean, if he was smart, he would get Sami Zayn's wife in cahoots with him, and
what if that shit comes around? And he's like, I was just upset. And you're like, oh man.
I mean, that would be really disappointing.
And then he can be like Olympic wrestlers with the Creeds. Yeah, cool. Still.
He'd just be that hothead.
Yeah. Occasionally he loses his shit, drags you up into the tree, and fucks your ankle up, man.
And then he apologizes
just some
for
gentle
it next week.
ankle hugging.
yeah.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
Stu Hart did it all the time.
Dude.
It was a good bit. It's a good heel turn. Second heel turn of the night. Cool.
I loved the fact that Sammy, after the match, he goes to his fucking people, his wife, his family outside of in the crowd. He's hugging them. He's hugging his wife, and then gets ripped away from his wife with a gnarly German suplex.
So much drama.
In his hometown of Montreal. Oh, the disrespect.
A second.
Yeah.
That's raw.
That's raw.
That's raw. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I mean, also by that logic, that's the show.
Yeah.
It is.
Again, not much other than the
there's nothing
CM
really
Punk was
else
a
to
fucking
talk
big
about.
deal for the week.
Right. Yeah, I'd love to talk about AEW, but
Yeah. Give us something to talk about.
like I could go through the matches and talk about them, but that's not even what AEW wants to talk about.
I can't wait for that fucking Swerve Samoa Joe match. Looking forward to that. It's going to be real good.
I'm stoked. They got a Prestige announced the show out here. They'll be doing it at the Viking Pavilion, which I've only been to one time, and it was for a Ring of Honor taping back in the fucking day. Oh, I went to with Research Pete, just to shout him out one more time.
Hell yeah.
PPP.
I've been waiting to actually see wrestling in that venue again. I think, fuck it, we're doing it. It's my show, our show. Fucking, I think it's a little big for Prestige. They're not gonna sell what I think they might. You know what? The bill they actually have announced. They have Danhausen, they have Wardlow, they have Roderick Strong. Athena will be there. I'd have to look again at the roster, but off the top of my head, you got some AEW people there. Maybe they will, draw.
I mean, yeah, hopefully.
I hope, hopefully, yes, 100%. I want them to do good.
They're shooting fucking high, and
Yes.
and hopefully they get it because
It's just-
they put on good shows.
Yes, and it is a big spot. It is not. I think it's like a 4,000 or 5,000 seat place.
That's college campus money.
Yeah,
that's college
again,
campus money.
It surprises me that they don't do shows there in some capacity instead of doing. I was like,
They're probably house shows.
I was going to say instead of doing
kids,
theater of the
but, like,
instead of doing theater of the clouds, they could do the show there. But I'm like, nobody wants to hear us talk about that on a wrestling podcast.
yeah, metal's cool.
All right, thank you guys again. We'll be back next week, I'm sure, if not sooner, because we do what we do.
Yeah, wrestling happens.
Wrestling
Sometimes
happens.
things need to be talked about.
We're all show folks. We're kicking ass this spring.
Yep.
Kicking ass on
It's
the wild
busy.
side.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on behalf of Derrick, say goodbye. You sign off. Sign yourself off.
You gonna put me on the spot? I'm just here to talk shit.
Fair.
And
And
there
I'll catch you later, Bill and Ted.
No, that's my line. I say that.
Okay, I'll catch you later, Evil Esses.
I don't have a fucking sign off.
Oh shit.
Well, all right. Thank you guys. You do have a sign off, actually.
Wait, what's that?
You're the one who handles the business. What do we want to tell these folks at home right now to do?
Oh yeah, smash that like button. Subscribe like your life depends on it.
Right.
Hit the bell like the match just ended, and tell us we're stupid marks in the comments down below.
They don't have to tell us.
Yeah, this is apparent.
Liquid Death, Jägermeister. What's your thing again?
Oh, the Copper Hammer.
Thank you. Send us shit.
Dude wipes.
Yes. This will be the only time we're going to give away a free sponsorship. This one's thank you, Dude Wipes, for helping our taint and balls stay clean this
That's
week.
great.
Yes.
Send me more flavors for my butthole.
Catch you later, Bill and Ted's.